Well, hello everyone. This is the first full real M3, and I'm so excited as we begin this journey together. Today, Pastor Laura brought the message for us today, and she talked about Thanksgiving and how Thanksgiving is in the Bible. And I would encourage you, if you didn't catch the message today, to listen to the full audio. It's uploaded on the church's website, and I'll put a link to that audio here in the show notes. But as Laura talked about Thanksgiving, she used the passage Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And Paul, as he writes to the people in Corinth, he says to them that he is thankful because they are in Christ. When we read that passage in 1 Corinthians, we can easily skip right over it so quickly and not even catch the significance and the importance of being in Christ. But being in Christ is perhaps the most important thing. Jesus would pray for his disciples in John chapter 17. He would pray that they would be in him just as he is in the Father, that we would be one just as he and the Father are one. And Paul is building on what Jesus' prayer and saying that Jesus' prayer has come true in the people of Corinth, and he's thankful that they are in Christ. And he carries that out, and he says there are some practical ramifications about being in Christ and living in Christ. The first thing he says to us, he says that those who are in Christ, he says they lack nothing, and he's excited about that. He says, therefore you do not lack any spiritual gifts. And we can easily feel like, particularly in weeks like this and the holidays, and other people have families and other people have other things, and you go into these, and everybody else has better stuff than us. And Paul reminds us, because of Christ and because of being in Christ, he says we lack nothing. And sometimes we need to grab onto that truth of Christ, that we really do lack nothing because of being in Christ. He also goes on to say, continues on when he says this, he says about Christ, he says, he will keep you strong to the end. Now, I don't know what you're struggling with, what you got going on in your life right now, and sometimes it can kind of feel like you don't know if you can make it. And that is the promise to those who are in Christ. He says, Christ will keep you to the end. And you can lean upon that promise. But not more than that, he says, not only will he keep you to the end, but he says he will keep you blameless on the day until the day of Christ. And that is something we can stand on in our life. The promise that by being in Christ, Christ will give you everything that you need to be blameless until the day when Christ comes back. You know, this journey of faith that we're on is a lifelong journey. And we can forget that sometimes, that this is a journey of our whole life. And the promise to those who are in Christ is that you will lack nothing, he will provide everything you need, and he will keep you strong until the day of Christ, that you might be blameless in that. And so this Thanksgiving, the challenge for us is, what does it mean for us to be in Christ? And maybe you're not in Christ right now and you want to talk more about that. I encourage you to drop a message to myself or Pastor Laura about what it means to be in Christ. Thank you for listening to the first M3. Have a great week, a great Thanksgiving, and celebrate the joy of being in Christ together with your family, with your friends, and I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks.